The Hangout on air is live. So allegedly, we are now going. So hello, everybody. I am E-House from Gun Gamers. And with me today, I have these three. In whatever order you want, fucking shout over each other, say who you are.
I'm Amy.
I'm Kyle.
And I am Kyle's brother, Tyler.
With more facial hair.
You're
With more
what?
facial hair. I said I'm Kyle's brother.
Yeah, you're Kyle's brother. Are you?
I got all of his
right.
facial hair. It's all mine.
Yeah, you just stole it from me immediately, and
harvested
I never got it back.
I sneak into Kyle's room at night and I shave him, and then I just glue it onto my face in the morning.
Nice. All right, so everyone, today, so Amy recently was in Germany, which is why there were no speed sim videos, because why would we record a backlog and then release those slowly as she was gone? Well,
No.
why would we do that? We don't do that.
We don't do that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But, well, Amy was in Germany. One good thing happened. What did you do while you were in Germany, Amy?
I was at IWA, the International Weapons something. I don't know exactly the right terminology for that, but I was at the IWA checking out all the cool booths as much as I could. But they closed at 4, so it was really hard to get to all the booths that time. But yeah, that's where I was. IWA.
Close at 4? That's weird.
Yeah.
What time they
closed at
open?
4. Well, they open at 8.
SHOT Show only goes until, like, doesn't that only go until, like, 5?
Yeah, 5 or 6, something like that. I don't remember 100%.
It only goes
Well,
till
because
5.
everybody's got to get drunk and then repeat it the next day.
God damn right. I mean, SHOT and IWA, I feel, are both in the perfect situation because SHOT Show's in Vegas, so everyone goes out and gambles and gets hammered in Vegas, and then IWA's in Germany. You can just go to the beer garden and do your business there. That's perfect.
Pretty much.
A lot of sausages in a lot of places.
Yep.
Bratwurst, summer sausage. There's a whole smorgasbord that you can experience.
All right. Well, point is, IWA, Amy went, and we were talking in the chat and whatnot about all the cool stuff, but we wanted to wait until Amy got back and we had a bunch of the pictures until we could show everyone what happened at IWA and what looked cool and what looked fun. And someone mute your phone before I reach through and punch you. But anyways, yeah, Amy.
Wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about. That's totally.
Of course not. Yeah, it's
No, it's not me.
Yeah,
all.
your phone that goes off half the time. We're in the middle of filming videos, you bitch.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Getting really hostile over ringtones.
All right. Personal hostilities aside, we will settle that later. I've got some pictures here that Amy sent, some pictures and some videos, and I'm going to screen share them with you guys, and we're going to talk about all the stuff that's in these pictures, and then we'll kind of go over some of our favorites and possibly some of our least favorites, maybe. That could be fun. So here we go. Screen share the IWA shiz window and make sure that I am presenting that to everyone. All right.
There you go.
So is it, I just want to make sure it's going to there we go.
Yep.
It is going to everybody.
It's looking good.
So I'm just going to start the slideshow. I don't even know if this stuff is in any kind of particular order, but I'm just going to start the slideshow. Yeah.
So that's the new Battleship Gray. You guys, I'm pretty sure you've seen it all.
Yeah, for the ARP9.
The ARP9, yep.
So that's not that exciting. Why'd you even bother taking a picture? I'm just kidding.
I don't know. The Battleship Gray looked cool.
I mean, Battleship Gray does look kind of cool. I don't know.
What changed to it is the color?
Yeah.
That's it?
That's it.
My thing is, I'm not a particular fan of gray on most guns. I know some people dig it, but for me, I'm not a big gray person. But this one is the Black Orchid ARP9.
Yep.
And I'm probably going to catch some shit for this, but even I, the manliest of men, E-House, actually think that looks pretty sweet.
My girlfriend may like that. That's a pretty sweet one.
It's really cool. Holding it and whatever, it was actually really fun. It feels like an ARP9. It doesn't feel any different.
It's nothing super
It's
different.
nothing different.
I like it
it's
because
just
it's not in
has
your
purple on it.
if that makes sense. Like it's different enough to where you can kind of tell it's different, but it's not so out there where it's like obnoxiously bright and
Yeah.
Gaudy.
And to answer your question, Mark Siegel, no, I could not shoulder that, but that's fine. I would just have to use it like a pistol. So this product is what I think is hilarious. The
Not a rip-off, I promise.
Yeah, what did they call this? The CM16 LMG?
Yeah, something like that.
I get that the Crytek LMG wasn't entirely original either, but it's just so obvious that this is riding the coattails of the Crytek LMG.
And it's all plastic.
Yeah, and it's all plastic.
Did they announce any kind of pricing for this thing yet?
No.
I know it's cheap. I think it's like 200 some bucks.
Yeah.
But like an all plastic Shrike style LMG, like it just, I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me the same way the Crytek LMG ever did. I don't know.
You know what it is? The Crytek LMG kind of looks like an LMG. This looks like an M4 that had a very weird aftermarket top rail attached and a stupid handguard. That's what this is.
Yeah,
It's a black version.
I'm not a big fan. Although I am glad that it seems like G&G is doing more M-Lock rather than fake key mod, because I've always thought that fake key mod is kind of silly, but whatever. M-Lock is superior for this application in my mind. I do wish the stock was bigger though. It seems odd to me because I know that G&G stock does not hold particularly big batteries, and it would seem to me for an LMG, like one of their older style SOCOM stocks, make more sense. But
this is this new Carbine kit, and I can't remember what the name of this was, but essentially what it is, it has this new pistol that G&G is coming out with, and you can stick it into this kit and use it
like a Roni.
Yeah, pretty much, except
like
using G&G. It's G&G proprietary kind of thing. It's really light. It's all plastic except for the metal parts that you expect to be metal, and it has a flappable charging handle and dust covers, all sorts of things, and then it has a safety on the gun as well, underneath the trigger. I think it was somewhere down there.
Now, is that just the lower attaches in, or is it the whole gun you put in like a Roni?
From what I saw, it was kind of dark in that area.
Yeah.
And I was trying to flip it into the light, and it looks like the whole slide, everything, the whole pistol goes into that thing.
Well, that's how those carbine kits usually work. Is like
it is. I was just curious because it had a muzzle device on the end. I wasn't sure because it's Airsoft.
Right.
Yeah, I do wonder where the does the outer barrel like go into that or something?
I'm not entirely sure. I can't see that. I couldn't for the life of me see into that kit itself. We're just gonna have to wait for more pictures and more.
It is kind of neat that it comes with a folding stock. I do like that.
I like it. It looks cool.
It's very light too.
Yeah, it's not like a replica of anything really, but I think it's the closest I would call this is like a sub 2000 almost.
It does remind me of my sub 2000.
Yeah, neat. Oh, and that's the other side.
Yeah.
Yep, the other side.
I probably should have just scrolled to the other side, huh? But whatever.
Yep.
Okay, so there's the grip. So it's not the M9-ish pistol. Someone in the chat was saying
it's completely different. It's like the GT9, something like that, or GTE9.
It almost looks like a USP Glock hybrid.
Yeah. Very. I have a video
strange.
of me shooting it in the shooting range.
Nice.
Not the roding kit or the kit.
Yeah,
itself,
the
just the pistol.
I knew what you meant.
Is the warning label not large enough?
No.
Never is. Okay, so this is that gun.
Yep.
You know what that almost reminds me of? It's like an MP443.
Oh, maybe. I got like a Walder vibe off of it because of the slide
The GTP9, that's what it's called.
The thing is, like, it reminds me of so many different guns. Like, the controls remind me a bit of like a USP. The trigger reminds me a bit of a Glock.
Isn't there a Russian gun that looks kind of similar to that?
That's what I'm saying. The MP443.
Is that what it is? Okay,
that's what it makes me think of. Yeah. And I don't think that's a removable trigger guard. I just think that's a pin for the assembly right there.
Yeah.
This picture is kind of dark, so it's hard.
It was really dark in that area.
Does it come with a threaded barrel? Or is it like an aftermarket attachment?
It looks like
it came with it.
Yeah, that looks like
they had 3 of them.
Someone in the chat is saying the PL14. It reminds of MUV.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Not sure what the PL14 is.
Googling
to
it.
Google.
Yeah. All right. So yeah,
kind of like a PL14. And what was yours? You thought it was the MP?
The MP443, the Grotch. I love that serial number C0002.
It's kind of like the bastard child between the two of them, to be honest. It's if you put both of them together and they had babies, it would definitely be that pistol.
Yeah, but it's got that weird milled slide, so it's kind of trying to go for like the salient thing, but it's silver.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like a pimped out Hudson H9.
It's different.
I won't lie to you. I would buy an Airsoft Hudson H9.
Oh, I would too.
That would be fucking cool.
I'll buy a real one. I don't care.
High-capa in the background, or is that a 1911?
Yep, that's a High-capa. I have a picture of it.
Oh, there
it
you
is.
do. Of course you do.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah. So how did that feel? Because I know you're a High-capa snob. So how was this one? How'd this feel?
It feels like a High-capa. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, the controls are like the Gold Match from Tokyo Brewery. The frame is exactly the same. The slide almost looks 100% like the Gold Match. I think that's kind of what they're basing it off of. But besides that, I mean, it feels like a High-capa. It feels smooth. It did everything a High-capa was supposed to do. Unfortunately, they didn't have it in the range for you to test it, so I couldn't actually do anything with it. But aside from that, I mean, I took it down, to the slide, so you could what the internals look like and whatever. It looks decent. It reminds me of a lot of the Valken High-capa.
So how's did they say anything about compatibility? Someone, Tinatoris in the chat, was a good...
They didn't give me a lot of information on the High-capa. They don't have an ETA or a price for it quite yet, so I'm not entirely sure what they're planning and what it's going to be compatible with.
What's
weird?
But
if their M9 is anything to go with, their M9 was kind of a snowflake, wasn't it? So you couldn't really buy anything for it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, hopefully...
The one thing I can say is that you're gonna have to buy the G&G mags for that. That is one thing that I noticed was different. The feeding lip, and the I think it was just the feeding lip that was different. It's not a TM spec.
Yeah,
it's one of proprietary.
Lame.
I was gonna say
but then again,
the rail portion looks weird at the bottom too. Where it
rail
has,
portion?
Yeah,
it kind of looks the same as the Gold Match.
Yep,
is
that
it?
Gold Match has that.
Yeah,
yep.
the High-capa Gold Match is the same thing. At least mine looks the same.
That's the other side of that. Looks like a High-capa.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, that almost looks like a SIG trademark, like almost. And if you turn that G backwards, you'd almost have like a Gun Gamers logo for variant. All right, what do we got next? Stupid Discord keeps sending me notifications. All right, so and that's just it again. All right, so and that's the other one pulled back. The LMG again.
Ooh,
rep
patch.
Rep. Yeah, that's our gold logo patch. The gold is actually for the color of beer. Okay, so what is this? The MIT unit.
This is still from SHOT Show. Like I want to say, like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
like
this has been
teased every single event. This is that. Hit targeting thingy majigger. When you hit somebody in the plate, it makes lights and whatever to know that you're hit. That's essentially what this is.
I mean, I do rather enjoy the choice of camo.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to let you know that you're hit, or to let someone else know that you're hit?
Both?
Well, how are you going to see the lights if it's on top of your helmet?
It's basically like laser tag.
Well, at the chest, if you look at the chest rig, the two
it's like vibration in there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, vibration plus lights.
It's like having a slot machine attached to your PC.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's like having a slot machine on your PC. It's like, hey, you're out. Go home.
Jeez. That's pretty ridiculous.
Is there a price on that?
Who knows? Nope. It's like vaporware that
Nothing.
They keep on fucking teasing.
They keep teasing it. There's no info.
Like their night vision.
One day.
More rep, always good. Oh, so here's a close-up of it. Yeah, I like the camo choice they went with for for all that. So, okay, ICS. Yeah, you talked about ICS a bit.
So this gun is actually out. I've seen it here and there. I was looking at it earlier today.
Well, this is the Mars platform.
Yeah, this is. I think this is at 367. I think MSRP. It feels nice. It's like an M4. I mean, there's really not much else to say. It's just an ICS with a cool looking receiver and rail system.
The Mars system, if I recall correctly, isn't that ICS's latest generation that has like the integrated MOSFET and the electronic blowback and all that kind of stuff?
Correct.
That's pretty cool. I do like that ICS is continuing to push into the higher end game because I do feel like they were on the cutting edge of like AEG technology with their split gearbox for a while, but they kind of fell behind because they didn't have that big of a US presence for distribution. I mean, in sales, not in terms of quality. And then, you know, the new generation of like next gen AEGs came out, and ICS has been trying to keep up, but I do feel like they haven't been doing a great job getting noticed in the US. But you said that ICS is moving to ASG for full-time distribution in the US?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so that's going to be cool. And I do agree, Flannel, that this configuration of the Mars is not for me either. I'm not a big fan, but I like the technology that's in it, so I'm hoping they'll start putting it into some of their more traditional-looking guns.
The only thing I don't like is the rail on it. Like, I
Yeah,
guess
it's
it's
more
like
of
a
a-
hand stop kind of deal, but it just doesn't.
I'm not a big fan of the receiver. The
don't
receiver...
I'm okay with that. That's pretty minimal, but the hand stop setup.
It's weird.
Too much.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like too much is going on. Okay, so this is ICS's pistol, though, the BLE.
Yep, and all the information is right here. I took the pictures purposely right there with all the info. You can see it. So they're pretty interesting. I haven't held aside from the 2-year shock show at the ICS booth when they were there. I didn't hold any other pistol that they had because they only had one on display, and I have a picture of it. I think that's the BLE or something like that or whatever.
Yeah.
But these are actually really cool. There's really not much to say about these pistols because they're pistols, but they feel really great. They have a whole different variations of them. They have they have a subcompact, a compact, a full size. They have a whole bunch of them, and I don't know if they're out yet or they're coming out. I'm not entirely sure.
Just in case anyone in chat is wondering, 90 meters per second is 295 freedom units per second.
This almost looks like an XD.
I like that. That's definitely XD.
XPD.
That is shameless XD.
As someone who had an XD,
that's the XD.
Yeah, I had an SD subcompact. I'm pretty sure I could mix those two guns up. It's
yeah, that's an XD. Come on now, ICS. You're not fooling anybody. This reminds me of an FNS or an FN. FNS.
FNS. That's like an FNS.
Yeah, the grip and the beaver tail are just like an FNS.
Yep.
Okay. I kind of
just imagine it without the slide cuts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm going to grab mine to see and like just hold up to the screen and be like, yeah, it's kind of close.
Well, you have an FNX. This is an FNS. FNS is the striker fired variation.
That's true. That's probably why it looks a little bit different to me.
Yeah, Scrub Lord. Remember the S versus the X.
Yeah, the X makes it cooler because it goes.
All right.
Yep,
so
these pistols felt great in the hand.
Yeah, I mean, I think ICS is kind of underrated, in my opinion. I know that Tinatoris mentioned that they're popular in Germany. They're way bigger in Europe. ICS has never had great U.S. distribution. I feel like hopefully...
They're trying to change that with going over to ASG for their distribution.
I met an ICS rep once ever in my entire over a decade of playing Airsoft. So maybe they're going to change that though. We'll see.
Why Black Leopard Eye though?
Because
that's such a weird name.
Because ICS, you gotta remember, ICS themselves, their name is an acronym for Ichi Shivan. It's hilarious.
I can understand that, but Black Leopard Eye is just, I don't know. It's it's the name of a Gundam, and then they just stuck it on the side of a gun and went. XPD compact.
CP Sway is thanking you for the gas blowback porn, Amy.
Yeah, no problem.
I think he's just glad to see something that isn't an M4 EEG for once.
Yeah, probably.
Gun porn on YouTube, hot.
There were so many. This.
Oh shit! And here's the
Makarov.
Makarov. Yeah. So ICS has a Makarov coming out.
I didn't
apparently.
know they made one. That's sweet.
This is new from what I can tell. I don't think this has been anywhere previously.
Nope.
I want some Russian pistols.
Just don't mix yours up, Kyle.
I mean,
I have a Tokarov, not a Makarov.
Yeah, I have a Makarov.
That's right. Garrett has a Makarov.
Oh
Hi,
shit! Garrett's here. Garrett,
consuming dinner.
Hey Garrett, take a second to introduce yourself.
I'm Garrett. Everyone
probably back to ICS. So here we have the Makarov. So that's super cool that ICS is coming out with a Makarov. Yeah. As for licensed, I'm pretty sure that
the design is so old.
Yeah, the design is so fucking old, and also Russia is like LOL copyright. So I don't think that's gonna happen.
I like how the Harry Potter Deathly Hallows logo on that pistol too. Did you see that?
Yeah. So CPS is gonna be super mad because we're back at an AEG now. I'm sorry, but at least this is a less wild AEG in terms of its construction. This kind of looks like something I wouldn't want to kill myself if I owned. But
that's a really old style handguard. I haven't seen.
Yeah, that reminds me of
like
a Carbine 15 handguard.
Yeah,
it looks a lot like the old JP Rifles handguard.
Yes,
Garrett, I'm going to turn you down very slightly. Sorry, guys, just gonna manage levels.
Enjoy this.
Garrett's really loud, and he's.
I don't know.
All right, say some stuff.
Say some stuff.
All right, perfect. You're much better now. All right. No, I lost it. No. I'll find it again.
We have lost all forward progress.
Here we go. All right, yeah. So that's an M4 grease gun. Woo!
I would buy that.
That's been out for a while.
Yeah, that's been out for a while, but it's still cool. I mean, come on, World War II Gats.
Yeah. I've actually been looking at buying a grease gun because I am a member of, I can't remember, I think it's the 68th Armored Battalion here in Pennsylvania. As a reenactment group, we reenact World War II.
Yeah, so that's cool. All right.
There you go.
The Hera Arms kit.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
No one cares. I like it. That's what matters.
I'm not a Hera Arms fan. I think the kit is a bit silly, personally.
It's something hard.
Here, hold on. Not to disparage the Hera Arms kit. It's great for people who have to use kits like that, though.
But you don't have to use kits like that.
Nobody has to use kits like that.
Thumbhole stocks are banned in every state that have assault weapons bans. We're not going to get super into politics right now.
That's what I said.
Yeah. But this basically reminds me of if you wanted the ergonomics of the P90 and to beat yourself to death with your own gun because you like the ergonomics of the P90 and thus you are an inferior genetic human being. But yeah, I do not like the Hera Arms kit. I think it's fugly. I think that, for looking like a sci-fi kit, all right. But as for actual use, no, never. I'm sorry for everyone who. Oh God. Oh.
That's an ugly child right there. Whose is that?
That's Valken's pistol.
No, that makes much more. I mean, what?
I've never seen a pistol.
And Zixa just said he likes the P90. Zixa, I'm just giving you shit. It's okay. You can like what you like. I'm just gonna, be an asshole.
I don't have a problem with the P90. I think they're kind of cool, but the Hera Arms kit is terrible.
But
it's okay to be wrong.
Let's talk about things that are terrible because we got something else terrible on screen right now. Like, what is this?
This is a Valken Glock.
No, it's not.
This is a Valken High Point. This is the closest to a High Point replica as Airsoft is going to get.
It looks like they cloned one of the SRU stealth slides for the WEs. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, I do not like this product personally. It's so ugly. It's not. You know what this reminds me of? Did anyone see the Dynamic Pi Concepts Ultimate High Point video?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. This reminds me of that. And if you're in the chat right now, after we get done here, Google Dynamic Pi Concepts Ultimate High Point and laugh your ass off because it's really funny.
Does that gun have no sights?
No, they're built.
No, it doesn't. They're built into the slide.
Yeah, they're recessed that way they sit lower.
Why does it matter?
Why? It doesn't.
I don't know. I'm not a fan. I don't.
I've never seen a picture of Panther so clearly before.
Also, that little line above the ejection port there, that's a thumb rest.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, is that a thumb rest or a safety? It's a thumb rest.
It's a thumb rest.
No.
Thumbs get tired from airsofting.
Yeah, no,
Just
I
enjoy.
think this is a miss.
Just take it all in.
And the thing is, like, Valken works with plenty of OEMs that they can make whatever they want. I don't know why this was what they decided to make. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we're in the minority. Maybe other people like this a whole lot better than we do, and that's totally fine. But I like to think these streams operate on backyard rules. Where, like, if you're coming onto our streams, you kind of understand that we're just, you know, bantering and having some fun. So we're going to backyard rules, totally give you some shit if you like this. Just like the guy did.
Well, judging by live chat right now, no one really likes it. So I think we're okay.
All right.
Disparage whatever this is.
This, on the other hand, is a bit more interesting. This is a tracer unit, isn't it?
Yeah,
This thing was so interesting. This thing works on motion sensor. So when you're done playing and you toss it in your bag and you put your bag in your closet or whatever, that thing auto shuts off. And then as soon as you move it, it turns back on.
Very nice touch. So if it's sitting in your holster and staging.
There we go. Okay. So it's a tracer unit, though.
Yep, it's a micro tracer unit for pistols. You can put it on rifles too. It comes with an adapter.
You know what would be awesome to use that for? Corey's PP19.
Yeah.
There's a short suppressor made for the PP19, and it's almost the same size as that thing.
So how's the weight?
Really light.
It's
super light. Yeah, very lightweight.
Was there any word on pricing?
They said $70.
$70.
That's not terrible.
Tracer unit, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Especially for one where it's like this compact, because that can't be cheap.
Yeah.
I might
That's
toss it
super
on the
cool.
Vector.
I would actually put this on a rifle and like have it half recessed into the rail system, so it almost looks like a flash can.
Yep.
Or like one of those linear compensators.
Yeah, that'd be super cool. I like this. I think this is really cool. So that's good. We kind of cleansed our palates.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. So who is this?
This is oh my god, the same people that make the bomb. Skyways.
Yeah, but they have a different brand. Is this like Secutor or something?
Secutor. It's not for the U.S. I don't think it'll ever come to the U.S. But I love the gun. Like, it was set up so cool.
This is a lot better.
Sweet.
Yeah, this is a lot better in my opinion than like the Glock style replicas they had at SHOT Show that one year, because those had like the trigger safety thing that I thought was kind of stupid.
Because
the push
the OEM for these guns. Yeah, the OEM for this gun is APS.
Yeah, but it was the OEM for the other ones too, and they had like a bunch of stupid features.
This is the same one. The same OEM.
So they just got rid of the push button trigger safety?
I guess so.
Good idea.
So. Some of them have them in the lineup, but that was the coolest one.
Yeah. Okay, so what's this? The Modify XTC?
Correct. That they are coming out with a compact version too. So the rail will be a 7-inch rail, and the stock is collapsible. I don't know why we didn't take a picture, but it's behind the other direction. So just imagine that.
I like that stock actually. That dust cover actually looks a lot like the Strick Industries.
XTC is a gun that I actually thought had a lot of potential when it came out, but then it just like disappeared as soon as it came out, and no one talked about it.
Yep, pretty much. Because
I feel like they kind of made the mistake of releasing it into the market around, like, it was kind of sandwiched between like the launch of Crytek and the launch of the Avalon series. You've got these two titans of just like really high quality AEGs. So this one is, and I know CPS, if he's still in the chat, he's gonna be so mad that it's another M4 AEG. But no, I think that's I actually am kind of excited about them. I think they're a cool M4 AEG. I just want to check one out and see how it compares.
What's the price point supposed to be on those?
The XTC.
The price point on that is like $400, I think.
Okay.
So this is a precision inner barrel for GBBs that Modify announced.
Yep.
Well, that's pretty neat.
It doesn't come. That is just a display case. That's not actually how they come. That's just for them to display the different.
Put them together like connects.
People
screw them on.
Just at the booth myself, being there for the 10 or 15 minutes that I was there, people kept asking if that's how they come. And they're like, no, that's not. It's just this display. They come in their little round tubes.
So what length are they going to come in then?
All the high-capa lengths, the 113th, 94, 38s, and everything else in between, like M9, USP.
So they're very specific for pistols. They're not going to go any longer.
No, that's it.
Poo. Because that'd be awesome. Because WE rifles have a VSR 10 cut. So you can actually take it, and actually in my one rifle, I have a pistol barrel in it because it's 7 inches.
They make actually a couple of different type bores for the WEs, because I know there's one I can get for my MP5 too.
Well, hold up now. I mean, that's not to say we can't modify, and maybe they'll listen. Because, I mean, you had a good meeting with them at SHOT Show, right?
Yes, I did. They're going to be sending us a gun for review.
Yeah, so I look forward to checking that out. Whether it's good or not, we'll find out.
They're very open. I mean, it's only a lady and her husband that makes these products, and they're trying to get the word out more to the majority of people, because they're seeing a decline in sales and they're not entirely sure what the reasoning is. So they're trying to work with YouTubers to push their products a little bit more.
Well, and if we find some kind of glaring issue, then they'll be working with YouTubers to fix their products. So,
pretty much.
All right. So what is this?
It's an M4.
This is an M4.
It's another A&G.
Yeah.
This looks like it was. This is Lonix.
Okay, so who are they OEMing this for? Is this under their own brand?
I'm not entirely sure. When we got there, all the reps were out of the booth for a second, so I didn't actually have anybody to talk to. We just took this picture in reference for when they come out, or if it comes out. We're not entirely sure.
All right,
we can talk to anybody about
those
these
guys. Here we
Glocks.
go. Everyone's favorite thing.
I've never seen one before.
Elite Force Glocks.
What's a Glock?
There you go.
Yeah, I don't own 2 of those.
There are no strong opinions on these. These aren't controversial at all. So, but Amy, having handled it, what did you think?
They feel real as fuck. I don't know what they've done to this, but when you release the slide release, it feels like you're handling a real steel Glock. I don't know how they got that to work, but it just does.
Did they put the fill valves up on the back of the magwell?
Yeah. For the 43, for the compact one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they
everything
are
else
still,
is on the bottom.
VFC Stark Arms OEM'd, which everyone, no strong opinions on that at all. But so you're saying though that in terms of actual build quality though, they felt
it feels real.
Like you're
as
not
if you went
blowing smoke because
no,
you actually shot and handled real Glocks.
Yeah, no, I dead ass. This feels real. The construction is fantastic. It feels like a Glock from the factory, as if I was transported into a Glock booth, like a real steel Glock booth. That's how real these felt.
So they have here a non-blowback edition too. That's probably for the budget market.
Yep.
Cool.
Correct. That's the cheaper one.
Yeah,
I saw. I like that.
Well, they have Gen 4s. I think they're doing a Gen 3, but they're also tiering them too, because there's a Springer version actually.
Yep. Yeah,
there's a mid tier, and then there's the premium tier.
And the premium tier is the one that's CO2. So this mag here.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So are the mid-tier gas blowback still, and then there's another tier above that?
Yeah, the mid-tiers are green gas.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the tier below that is CO2 non-blowback, and the tier below that is spring.
Okay.
Yep. The little compact 43 was my favorite. It was just so tiny.
Of course it was.
It was really awesome to handle because the build quality was fantastic.
I think it's actually wasn't it a 42 that they were making?
Or 42. Yeah. You're right. It was a 42.
Yeah, let's go back here to the little guy. That's like a 19.
Oh, yeah, that's way too big.
There we go. Yeah, there's a little.
There it is.
That's a 42.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
I like my 43. It's tiny and small. And you can.
So here's the thing. So we're tentatively excited for these based on your impressions, Amy. but we will wait and see how they actually perform before drawing a conclusion one way or the other.
Right.
Yeah, they're good. I'm gonna buy one.
I'm very tempted on a 19 to try.
Doc Jake says, so everybody in New York is buying the CO2 one, right? Because that's the only thing that works in this frozen hell.
100% correct.
I am high-fiving you through the screen right now. So this is VFC, right?
Correct.
It's a space gun.
Yeah,
very
VFC,
spacey guns.
Yeah, it's VFC has a lot of space stuff that they're coming out with.
That's G&G. Random.
Did you get to handle the Virgo?
I did.
Okay. Do you have any pictures of it?
Okay,
hey, the XCR is still around.
Surprise.
Buy me, please.
I have a video of it, but it was too large to upload through the messenger, so you won't be able to see it. But it felt really cool. It comes with a whole kit.
This is it, right?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, so this is a brushless motor, doesn't it?
Yeah. The guy from VFC, took me through a whole tour of the stuff that comes included in the box, which is the receiver. I believe it was a rail. I'm not 100%. It could be a rail. It could be a buffer tube. I can't quite remember 100%. And it comes with the brushless motor and the fire control unit to change your settings on it. And I think he said it'll come in about $300 for that kit. And when shooting it, or when he shot it, it was fucking fast.
It was insanely fast. My Mark 18 with the Titan in it, the one that the BB Warrior bought for me. So how is it compared to that?
I would say, as far as functionality, the Virgo is a little bit more functional, because instead of having to plug it up into a computer and doing all these settings on the computer, you can do it on the fly with the control unit.
That's cool. But in terms of like cycling and all that, it was about the same?
I would have to give it to the Virgo with the brushless motor. It was just way more crisp, way more...
That's cool.
I don't know. It just had something. It had special something in it.
I keep hearing the guys from PTS talk about this. Apparently, it's like there's a collaboration with PTS coming with the Virgo too.
Correct. On the other side, I mean, I wasn't going to take pictures of PTS stuff because there's all the same stuff in there, the pistol grips and the rails and all this.
Yeah.
But on the other side of that display, there were all the PTS stuff underneath.
Nice.
So this is just a kit, to clarify, and then
correct. It doesn't. There's no gun attached to this quite yet. You can kind of build it yourself.
Yeah, but I think PTS is going to have a complete gun coming out.
Oh, definitely.
I look forward to seeing the complete gun, because honestly, something that fast would keep up with an HPA system, which would be sweet.
Yeah, I think this is really cool as far as AEG technology. I know a lot of people are bored by AEGs, but when it's a brushless motor, which is a big step forward in terms of technology for airsoft, and then it has like the electronic control system, I think that's really, really cool. And this puts VFC, in my opinion, I hate to admit this as a fanboy, this puts VFC in terms of their M4 AEG technology well ahead of Crytek.
It does. Definitely. If they make a finished product and release it as such rather than a kit, that'll put them at the head of the AEG pack, I would say.
Yeah, it'll also depend on price.
It's $300.
That kit,
it's going to be $300 for just the kit.
Yeah.
That's definitely not cheap, but at the same time, it comes with the lower. It comes like all pre-installed into it. All you have to do is slap an upper and slap a stock on it. Then that's not too bad. I'm surprised they don't
sell something for like $450 then. And
well, I bet you the complete PTS gun will be that.
Yeah.
My
best guess.
The Virgo will be over the Avalon series. I bet it will be. I bet this will be an advancement over the Avalon.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely.
And are they going to sell the motors aftermarket? Did they tell you?
Yes, I asked them that specifically because I was curious myself, and he says yes in the future. It's on the table, but they haven't. They still need to work out the kinks for the kit first of all, and then they will come out with brushless motors aftermarket you can buy.
And people can blow up all their gearboxes and be really mad about it. It's going to be great.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah, the thing that I'm super excited about if this is the first entry into the brushless motor category, then imagine in like 2 to 3 years when other people are going to be catching up, how much that's going to drive the price of it down.
That's the thing is, the first one is always like it'll have some kinks and it'll be expensive, but then people will be coming out with these kits before you know it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right, and this is more VFC stuff.
More VFC stuff.
More space gun.
Something's loading. Something's loading. Is this one of the video? No, it is not. This is the Avalon series.
Avalon, yep.
This is like
just
a monolithic
colors.
upper, though.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a monolithic upper version of the Avalon.
Gray and...
This almost reminds me of like the Lancer Tactical Warlord.
Oh yeah, the one that we reviewed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shotguns.
There's a shotgun.
Hey.
From VFC.
The Fab Arm? Nice.
What are those pump springers?
No, I think they're gas. Oh, I thought they were gas. Never mind.
Springers. Those ones in particular were springers.
Okay.
And these are by VFC?
These are by VFC.
That's cool. What's the velocity on these? Are they CQB legal?
It's gonna be 1 joule, so it's gonna be 300.
Nice.
Because again,
single shot or
that's gonna be double shot or triple shot, I should say.
Tri-shot? Okay.
Cool. So Fab Arms, tri-shot shotgun. The one on top kind of looks like a Halo gun. I kind of want it. These were cool. There's no price point or ETA yet. The rep was like, we don't have an ETA or anything like that for it yet. Lame. Are they like Marui style where they have 3 hop-ups?
I wasn't entirely. I couldn't really see. I tried, pulling it back. I don't think they were functional.
Lame.
This is here we got the
these
Fab
show
Arm
like a traditional tri-shot system otherwise?
Correct.
That's cool. Neat.
More options.
And here's the GTP9 again.
Sorry.
Like I said, I pulled these up in like shooting video. What are you shooting?
That's the Air P9. I don't know if you want to watch that, you can, but it's nothing.
Ooh, with the drone
it's an AR P9. Boring.
Nothing too fancy.
Shit.
Wrong way.
Oh, yeah. So what was this?
This is a targeting system from X-Cortec.
X-Cortec target system. Oh, that's neat.
Oh, so you can do like drills or competitions and things like that. That's neat.
Yep, exactly. And
really
it comes
cool with the Nerf gun at the bottom.
Comes with 6 targets, I believe, and you can add more targets if you want. It comes with that little red button and the little system thing for it. And I believe the asking price he said was $600 for all of it.
Ooh, that's not cheap, though.
It's expensive. No, it is not cheap.
But for a field or something, if they want to set something like this up.
Are all all the targets are wired together? Okay,
it's an electronic system.
Okay,
it's all electronic. And I asked them the FPS on it for as how hard you can shoot at. It said 400 FPS.
Oh,
that's not bad.
That's not bad.
For like a 3-gun competition, that wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they had 4 different game modes. It had hostage and a whole bunch of other random game modes that I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but they're pretty neat.
Nice. All right. And that's that again, it looks like.
Correct. Yeah, it was just a different game mode.
He has all the videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There should be a pistol one from the GTP9 on there.
What the hell? I didn't have a pistol video that I remember.
Oh. There should have been because I did upload it.
Yeah, you didn't send it to me. Or, hold on, maybe you did. You did, but it didn't upload. God damn it.
Rip.
Yeah. So you had a video of you shooting the GTP.
Correct.
I'm going to stop screen sharing now, and let's do some jabbering, some jibber jabbering.
Okay.
So there we go. Those were all the products from IWA.
Whoa.
Yeah. So what were your personal favorites, Amy?
Personal favorites. The mini tracer unit from X-Cortec was pretty cool. I like the innovations that it brought to it. And then the Carbine kit from G&G was actually pretty cool. Felt really good in the hands. And then the VFC Virgo was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
What about anyone else? Anything else jump out at?
God, that Vulcan pistol's amazing. Sorry, I had to say it. Also why? Before anyone gets really up in arms about it, no, it sucks.
I'm really excited for the brushless motors to come into play because I've never been a huge fan of HPA, and I felt like AGs could step up to the tech, and that could be what does it. So,
yeah, the Virgo seems really cool, and I know controversial opinion, but hearing how nice the Elite Force Glocks feel gives me a lot of hope for them.
I was actually just about to say I'm actually kind of excited for the Elite Force Glocks.
Yeah, if they feel that nice and Amy is that impressed, I consider Amy to be like, you know, the resident Gun Gamers pistol nerd. So if she's excited for them,
I can only go off by what I felt. Again, you couldn't shoot them, and there was no rep at the time. From going off of what I felt and whatever, they feel fantastic.
But what did you feel in your heart? What did that tell you?
It told me to go out and buy one.
Jordan, I'm gonna butcher the shit out of this. Jordan Jinkowski, you missed the KWA GBB Tavor. Well, there was only so much time in the day. You were only there for 1 day.
And it was the last day because it was hard enough to get in.
Yeah, so that's rough. But
Very rough.
At least you got a lot of cool shit to show us. That was awesome.
Correct. Yeah. I also went to go see Wolverine and their new MTW.
And you didn't get any pictures or video?
There was way too many people. Way too many people at that booth.
Yeah, because there's like
there's 6 or
7 of us in this group that want to buy it. So I'm
6 or 7 is a low number. There's like 10 people who want to fucking buy that.
Yeah.
I tried very hard, but I kept getting pushed to get out of there because people were asking questions, wanting to hold it. It was very tough to get to the MTW.
Well, okay, fine. Did you at least get to hold it?
I did.
Okay. How did it feel?
It felt like you should buy it.
Okay. Thank you.
God, is that really our baseline for purchasing guns? Well, how did it feel?
Well, how does it make you feel?
Not even technical specifications anymore. How did it feel in your hand? Was it soft? Did it purr as you were stroking it? Like, oh, it's beautiful. It's great. God,
how does this gun make you feel?
You know what? I can't even say anything. That's like 98% of my gun purchases. Is this looks neat?
Yeah. You don't.
I can't even.
The sales rep pulls it out of the case. No, I'm just going to buy it. I don't need to hold it.
that actually happened the last time I bought handguns. The guy's like, well, do you want to test them and hold them? Like, no, I just want to buy them. He's like, oh, okay. Just cut out the middleman on everything. I just bought it just because it was like, it looks neat.
So we're going to go back into backyard rules here. So least favorite products from IWA or least favorite upcoming products in general.
Everyone's gonna say the
Vulcan
pistol.
I was just gonna say that the Vulcan pistol was. No, I don't understand why this is a thing. It rubs me the wrong way in all the the places where they're supposed to make it right. They just did wrong. Like the thumb rests are just they don't feel good. The slide release was terrible. The slide itself was not good.
It looked like the thumb rest was protecting the slide release, which is kind of not how you want that to work. It was
very... I have to say, I'm going to put this out there. The slide release is very tough to drop. You have to get your thumb into that groove to drop it.
Yeah, you have to... It looked like you had to change hand position in order to be able to do it. Otherwise, your power's broken.
You literally had to flip it to the side and push it down for it to drop.
I'm curious what kind of market research was done to
None. You're implying that they did research. They hired a team of engineers to design it and manufacture it. Technically, Garrett can explain all the flaws of what went wrong in that project. And he should, because we have to answer to somebody, and Garrett's it.
Oh man, that's rough. Valka can't catch a break lately. All right, so I'm gonna go backyard rules here again. Hera Arms, man. I'm surprised that meme is still alive. I consider the Hera Arms meme to be more trash tier than Do You Know Dewey? Yeah, that's right. I just fucking said that.
I would say beside the obvious choice of Valken, I would definitely say that probably the clone Shrike Kit is no.
From G&G, you're not a fan of the LMG?
No, I'm not a fan of it.
I gotta say, I don't I don't think that was a hit for G&G. And I
Well,
can't really explain why, because like
It looks off.
That's a polymer bodied gun, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe.
The polymer might not
looking
just
at it the correct way though. Is
You know what I think it is?
Their budget-friendly LMG, maybe.
I know it's a budget-friendly LMG, but it's just I don't know. The way they put it together externally just didn't do anything for me.
They had to make it different than the Shrike, and then on top of that, they had to make it different than the Crytek LMG.
A little, at least.
Yeah.
No, it's totally different. Look at it. It's not at all as cool looking. It's totally. Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So other than IWA though, does anyone have anything they know is coming out this year that they think is either really cool or really not cool?
WE is coming out with a wood kitted out AK-74. Even though they have two AKs already, they have the short Krinkov, which has, I think it's the AK-S74UN, and then they have like a full-size AKM or AK-47 style gun, but they don't have a 5.45 pattern gun, and they don't actually sell wood kits. You have to buy the wood kits aftermarket. So the fact that it is a 5.45 base gun with almost all the same stuff external that it needs to be, and it's coming with wooden handguard set and buttstock, I definitely dig it. I'm probably going to buy it.
I want their G3 kind of. Their G3 is pretty cool. But we'll see when that comes out.
Yeah, G3 could be amazing. I'd be excited.
Well, VFC is also doing a G3 too.
Yeah, not on my list.
That is just great. Disappointed dad
VFC's track record with GBBRs is better than when it started.
Well, I mean, you would hope so.
You would hope so. Like all their, I think the VFC M4 and the 416, they have steel internals now. They're steel bolt carriers, steel trigger group.
Oh, okay.
The UMP, I don't think has made its way to having steel yet, but the like pot metal or zinc alloy components are better than what they were.
Again, you would hope.
You would hope. I had one of the older gen UMPs, and it had some pretty serious kick to it. I think the bolt itself was steel, but the trigger group was not.
That's always a great combination.
Yeah.
I don't know. This year, other stuff I'm looking forward to. I really like the Virgo. The MTW is another thing I'm really excited for. But other than that, like, I don't know. There's not that much that I really need to buy this year. I'm more excited for events this year than I am for products.
Yeah, events I'm really excited for.
You know what I really want? I'm going to get ranty here for a second because I've ordered this thing like 2 or 3 times and it's still not in my house. I want the G&P MK18.
Mark 18!
Oh, God.
Promise me, and I never get because they push it back by months, and all I want is to buy it again so I can actually have it in my hands.
The G&P i5 gearbox is really interesting. It's such a stupid, simple solution to the quick change spring guide problem. It's like, well, why open the back of the gearbox when you could just cut off the top?
Why have a release date when you don't even have it set in stone?
Why don't you just pre-order it and just be surprised when it shows up?
I did do that, and then I got an email from eBay saying, yeah, it's not going to be here until May. We can cancel it if you want. I'm like, just do it, because then what happens...
Why not just wait till May?
Because here's what happened.
Nobody else is going to get it before you.
No, but I'm glad I canceled it, because then they had a dark brown Cerakote version come out, which I think is $50 more than the base price, so it's like $475. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll get that one. When's the ETA on that? Well, it might be May. Why is it might be? Just give it to me. You're adding a color to it and you're spray painting with Krylon. Like, how hard can that be? Just send me the spray paint. I'll do it myself if that means I get it a little bit faster. That's okay with me. But I had like the G&P D-ball for it on order. I had the AEG. And
did you cancel the whole order?
Yes!
All right. So we got a question in the chat here. Thoughts on the G&G Lee Enfield announcement? I mean, more bolt action World War II guns, man. I mean, I see no problems or downsides with that personally.
You know what? I hope when they make it though, it's at least consistent FPS. That's what I want to see.
Well, because I'm not sure how the other G&G bolt action guns have been so far. Have they been generally pretty good?
As far as
They've
what
been decent.
I was gonna say, as far as what I know, they're okay. But at the same time, any of the like bolt actions, truthfully, the size, the envelope that they have to contain all the internals inside of that is relatively small compared to an M4, an AK, or anything like that.
Yeah, but they're also not semi-automatic. They're bolt action.
You'd be surprised.
What do you mean I'd be surprised? Have a fucking gas chamber and a sear.
Well, I mean, I have that ST98K, which, good lord, that's a piece of garbage.
Yeah, but isn't that spring?
No, it's gas.
Oh, well, you fucked up.
Just no qualms with that one, right? Just straight up.
Well, that's what I want. Is I want a mid-range gas bolt action gun that actually is just kind of consistent. Like, you know what? I don't expect spring level consistency, but at least get me like most of the way there.
I know the 980K or whatever they call it. That takes an 8-gram CO2 cartridge.
That's what I figured they got to swap over to is the CO2s.
I was gonna say, why don't they have more that are like CO2 in stock? I mean, air rifles have been doing that forever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thoughts on the Apex Series M4 AEGs that Airsoft GI has been advertising? I have never even heard of Apex. So, any thoughts?
Is it Apex Edition?
I don't know.
Apex is one of those guns that were distributed by 6mm Gunworks or whatever they're called. Ooh. I had one in the shop, and it was okay. It had electric blowback. And then they asked me for my opinion on the electric blowback. I'm like, you might as well get rid of it because it doesn't make any sense. And they're like, okay, so we got rid of it. And the marketing for those guns are just awful.
What's the price point on those?
$250?
Oh,
$250.
Oh,
because they're metal. They're full metal.
Well,
okay.
GI says that they're starting at 110, but I'm assuming that's the polymer version.
Maybe it's a new series.
It could be a new series because I had the original series when it first came out, and it was okay. It wasn't blown out of the water. It was
it's a classic Army.
It was pretty much like a classic Army.
No, that's who the manufacturer is. Classic Army.
Oh,
really?
Was it really?
Yeah,
I'm
looking at it right now.
Are they replacing their Sport line series with them?
Probably, because the Classic Army Sport line wasn't any fucking good.
Oh, no. It was so garbage.
Dab on the haters. Take that.
God.
I had one at one point. It was not a pretty sight.
Yeah, Kyle, it's funny because you've been playing for so long, but you've had so many garbage tier fucking guns until recently.
It's true, because I was like, you know what? I can have a mountain of guns, or I can have a couple of really good guns. And I'm like, but if I have the mountain of guns, I can always have the perfect gun for the situation. Except they were all garbage, so it was always the wrong situation.
Yeah, so they were always fucking broken.
Ankles won't let you climb a mountain, Kyle.
No, you see, that was his trick, is he could use his mountain of broken, shitty guns to climb the mountain that is his land. You could just stick him in like
no, because to Kyle, that implies effort, and we know how Kyle feels about effort in a lot of things.
We have to hang them like the stick figures from the Blair Witch Project.
All right, so I guess our opinion on the Apex M4s is if they're like the old school Classic Army Sport line level quality, probably just buy something else.
Yeah. They do have a pretty varied price range. It's like
apparently
$100 to
new
$200.
Classic Army Sport line zone. Fleet Geek brought this up, but I did get to handle a couple of the newer Classic Army Sport lines. Those actually feel pretty good. The newer Classic Armies.
They finally turned their quality control around?
I don't know about quality control, but their initial quality seemed
Garrett,
okay.
You mean they finally hired a quality control department?
Ah, that is the difference I missed.
And that actually is something that I want to talk about in a future podcast. I want to talk about Airsoft products that kind of came and went, or had a heyday and then declined, or airsoft products that just outright failed.
God, you're making us feel so old.
But I feel like it's interesting to look back on like old airsoft products or old products in general and just see, you know, hey, maybe they were underappreciated, maybe they were ahead of their time, or maybe they just fucking sucked and no one needed to buy them.
Are we gonna do that? Are we gonna do that before Desert Fox or after?
Well,
During.
I wanna, so
Bring the crappy guns at the game and play with them on the field, and then reminisce about how terrible they were.
My vector at Desert Fox.
Cop out.
But yeah, so random guy Kev, fuck you, random guy Kev, called us old people. Also, hi Kev.
Get off my lawn. How about that?
Get off my lawn. All right. So yeah, I think that would be. Someone says we need controversy. Thoughts on the Airsoft Innovations 40 mic? We actually went over this in our last podcast about grenades.
I pre-ordered one. I will be testing it. I think their marketing is doing a very poor job of painting the capabilities of what that shell can do.
I also think their marketing is pretty shit. It reminds me a lot of the "Your Mom Hates This Game" Dead Space 2 ads, which were cringeworthy and awful, and just painted the entire market in a bad light.
I forgot about those.
Personally, as an outdoor field, that grenade's going to extend the range that a grenadier that is using shower shells capability. If they're able to use pyro, I think it's going to have limited effectiveness other than being, there's a couple people over there, but I'm all out of pyro. Oh, I've got a 40 mic.
Yeah, I just don't think they really have an application for indoors. I foresee that being very problematic.
Yeah. The way that they showcased it in the video, like strafing it like a flamethrower, that was a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't think Airsoft Innovations is very... and I don't want to be unkind because I do actually kind of like the people at Airsoft Innovations, but with that marketing, it seemed very out of touch. It didn't strike me as a good move. But other than that, I think we're at just about an hour here, just over an hour. I think we've covered pretty much everything we wanted to cover. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to call it a night. And next time we'll talk about failed products. All right. So, anyways, people, I have been E-House.
I'm Amy.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Tyler, because Garrett doesn't want to go, and now it's all awkward.
You were next in line, clearly.
Oh yeah, we have lines. Anyways.
And I'm Garrett.
All right. So this has been another edition of the Gun Gamers Podcast. Thank you all for watching and listening, and we hope you have a great night, day, afternoon, apocalypse, whenever you're watching this. Enjoy.
Purgatory.
And remember, praise Judy.